new clarity from the SEC on staking and crypto regulation. And we're going to dive into some of these recent remarks and some of the things that the SEC just recently said. This is huge, people. If you are not paying attention to DeFi right now, after what it is that I'm about to show you, you are risking falling behind.
It's the first time ever that an asset like private credit has been publicly available on a permissionless blockchain. And we're also very excited, as the founder of Drift, to announce that we have launched a leverage strategy that boosts private credit yield from 9% to up to 17%.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very different world than it was even I would say maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So it's
something probably happened that changed, right?
Yeah, something definitely happened. That's for sure. And it's completely changed our industry, right? Way for the better.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seatbelts because this video breakdown is going to 110% confirm everything that we have been showing you here in the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club, that DeFi is the new level playing field. It will 110% gain regulatory approval and traction, and financial institutions will want to participate in yield generating strategies, and all of that is going to be confirmed in today's video breakdown. We have some groundbreaking fundamentals that have just recently taken place that prove everything that we have been showing you guys here on the CYPRX YouTube. So welcome back. As always, many blessings to you guys. If you all enjoy these types of deep dives, these fundamental research video breakdowns, showing you all the devils in the details, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. Now, real fast, I have noticed that on certain video breakdowns that I've posted, there has been an AI voiceover. I'm not too entirely sure why that is taking place. There is a glitch that is taking place on YouTube's behalf. I've gotten contact with their customer support and trying to resolve the situation. There is an auto dubbing feature on YouTube's backend that for some odd reason keeps automatically turning on. So if you all in the near future ever see that an AI voiceover is taking place on my video breakdowns, don't fret. I will fix the problem. It has happened a couple of times. I'm just letting my viewers and my audience know in advance. It is not my fault. It is something that is happening on the back end of the YouTube settings. Anyways, moving on, let's jump into today's video breakdown. I want to show you all information that backs Sergey's claim from Chainlink to show you guys everything that we've been saying here is 110% happening. So I'm going to pull up my screen share here, and I want you guys to see some of the information in terms of posts that banks and financial institutions are paying attention. Then we're going to dive into some groundbreaking news that just took place a few weeks ago, depending on when you're watching this video breakdown, from the SEC, where now staking and DeFi primitives are starting to gain regulatory approval and traction. So this video breakdown is 110% physical proof that this is all taking place. We said to you guys here, there will be signs. We in the Wealth 28 Club have been right the entire time. If this is your first yield generation video breakdown on CYPRX, you're coming here to the platform for the first time, pause this video, go back and watch the yield playlist on the CYPRX YouTube. There's over 60 video breakdowns explaining this transformative wave that is taking place, where we're entering into an era where we're not going to have to sell our digital assets like XRP, XLM, XDC, all these utility digital assets for fiat, a dead, decaying, dying system, and get stuck back in traditional finance. And instead, we are going to be able to generate yield on our idle digital assets, turning them into yield-bearing assets. Yield will become the new normal. It's only a matter of time before more people wake up. Then this post from Signum Bank goes on to read, this was posted 5 days ago. Signum adds Stake Solana to its list of loan collateral options catering to institutional clients with staking rewards and liquidity. This move responds to booming institutional demand, which has doubled Signum's loan volume in a year. Stake Solana offers low-cost loans compared to regular Solana, providing clients with passive income and optimized yield strategies. This is coming directly from a bank, so anybody that says that banks aren't already participating in yield-generating strategies, they're not doing enough research. I thought that I'd share that one with you guys first. Moving on, here is another document. I'm always here to show you guys documented proof. I posted this to you guys May 31st, 2025. Pay attention. Financial institutions have the opportunity to transform parts of their business by adapting DeFi protocols. This is an institutional DeFi document from DBS, Onyx by JP Morgan, which I believe got rebranded and named to something else, just escapes my thought process off the top of my head, and Oliver Wyman, a major consulting firm. And if we come over here, it says, in the conclusion, now is the time to actively explore institutional DeFi. The foundation for institutional DeFi is being established by a growth of real-world asset tokenization and innovations observed in DeFi. Financial institutions have the opportunity to transform parts of their business by adapting DeFi protocols and combining them with levels of safeguards that regulators and clients expect. And I'm going to show you guys that the regulators are giving approval of DeFi right now in the very moment. We are on such a massive transition where I fear for people that have this idea, this outdated idea, that they're going to sell their hard-earned digital assets like XRP and XLM and all these other ones that we've been accumulating for years that have had no mature DeFi ecosystem where we've been able to take our idle assets and generate yield with them, and they're going to sell them in the future for some high-end price for fiat currencies and make it successfully as a wealthy individual. Ladies and gentlemen, the fiat system is dying. It's decaying. We had Donald Trump Jr. sitting on stage the other day at a 2025 Digital Asset Summit saying that the whole entire banking system is a Ponzi scheme. It's a schematic that is intrinsically faulty and it's dying. It's dead.
When I come in the blockchain industry, what about our industry philosophically was appealing to you, and what problems do you want to solve?
Listen, I think for me, it was really interesting, right? I came from a hard asset family. That's what we did. We built and sold and held real estate forever. And for a long period of time, I had access to everyone in the world. I could pick up and the phone and speak to any banker and get a loan almost instantly. And everything was sort of easy. And then all of a sudden we got into politics and we made our opinions known. And you put that little R next to your name, and all of a sudden that became really difficult. And I sort of realized very quickly just how much discrimination there is in the ordinary financial markets. Beyond the inefficiency, beyond the waste, the amount of bankers I know that make, 7 figures a year, basically moving a piece of paper from one side of a desk to another, not really adding any value. It was such a rude awakening to just how discriminatory the entire market is, just how inefficient it was. And, as I started learning more about, crypto, blockchain, everything, you realize, wait a minute, this is the answer to all of this stuff. So I guess I jokingly said, I got myself in a little trouble. I jokingly said the first time I was asked this sort of question was like, I realized I was just at the top of the pyramid scheme. I didn't realize it. I realized that the entire financial system and the entire banking world was really one big Ponzi scheme. I just had the benefit of being in the upper echelon of that. And once I was at the
right, and blockchain and DeFi is the new wave that is going to solve all of these problems. Now, do you guys remember an individual representative? The name escapes me off the top of my head. However, he was sitting on stage next to Robbie Mitchnick from BlackRock, and he was talking about how now financial institutions from the United States have the ability to legally participate in blockchain and DeFi protocols.
And in the United States of America, it is now safe and explicitly legal to be a blockchain company. So that's great for us because it's been hard for a few years under the previous regime. But it's also really interesting for organizations like BlackRock, for software developers in TradFi or in Web2, because now they can feel comfortable holding tokens, participating in DeFi, holding tokens, participating in DeFi, or building applications for.
So he specifically leaned over to Robbie Mitchnick from BlackRock and said, now institutions can feel comfortable participating in DeFi, and it is legal now for organizations to be blockchain companies in the United States. Well, let me show you guys a fundamental piece that proves that everything is changing. And what Sergey said at the beginning of this video clip, that something has changed, right, is for a fact happening. This is posted from Figment just a week ago. As of time of recording this video breakdown, it is June the 3rd. So this is relatively fresh within the last month, depending on when you're watching this video breakdown. New clarity from the SEC on staking and crypto regulation. And we're going to dive into some of these recent remarks and some of the things that the SEC just recently said. This is huge, people. If you are not paying attention to DeFi right now, after what it is that I'm about to show you, you are risking falling behind. Now, if you're not too familiar with who Figment is, just to show you guys that they have valid credentials in this space, who is Figment, you can head over to their research website and look for yourself. Figment is a leading provider of staking infrastructure. Figment provides the complete staking solution for over 700 institutional clients, including asset managers, exchanges, wallets, foundations, custodians, and large token holders to earn rewards on their digital assets. So I suggest you pay attention to what it is that they have to say. And if we head over to this post from Figment on their LinkedIn profile, it says, recent remarks, SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce noted, technical participation in proof of stake and DPoS falls outside of securities laws, a move away from enforcement-led policy towards proactive rulemaking and support for safe harbor provisions and tailored frameworks for early-stage networks. This signals a meaningful shift for U.S. institutions exploring non-custodial staking. Proving my point, keep in mind that this is just from a week ago, and we shared with you guys all of the research information telling you all that there will be signs that yield will become the new normal. It is only a matter of time before people wake up. So let's dive into this fundamental report from Figment. I'm going to share my screen, and I want to dive into this and read thoroughly through this updated fundamental piece, because this changes the entire crypto and DeFi landscape. You can see that this is from May 23rd, 2025, so it is recent. And we're going to thoroughly read through this fundamental piece, and then we're going to also read through another one in more recent times that Figment posted from May 29th. So it says, a pivotal shift is underway in U.S. crypto regulation, and it's good news for staking. On May 19th, SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce, head of the U.S. Crypto Task Force, directly addressed staking in a landmark speech that signals long-awaited regulatory clarity for institutional participants. For the first time in history, a senior SEC official has clearly acknowledged that technical participation in proof-of-stake and delegated proof-of-stake systems does not inherently fall under securities laws. This moment in time matters. It unlocks the path for institutions to engage in staking without fear of enforcement actions. This aligns with industry calls for clear rules and establishes Commissioner Pierce as a key driver for more constructive regulatory approaches. Commissioner Pierce said, I support the issuance of further guidance to identify activities that are not covered in the securities laws, including, for example, direct participation in proof of stake and delegated proof of stake systems, and the technical nature of services that assist people seeking to participate in these consensus mechanisms. So, why does this matter to institutions, and why should you be paying attention? If you've been following along here at CYPRX, you're going to continue to see that things that we post age well because we actually do the research. We don't provide hopium and hype. We read documents. We look into what the banks and the institutions are doing, and you guys are clearly seeing that unfold if you've been tapped in with us. So why does this matter for us as retail investors and for institutions? Because they're going to be the driver of massive amounts of liquidity into the digital asset ecosystem. Technical participation in both DPoS, Solana, and proof of stake Ethereum staking falls outside of the scope of securities laws. This provides long sought clarity to U.S. institutions that they are not violating securities laws by staking. This is monumental, people. And as this document says up here, this is happening for the first time ever in history. Well, just real fast, we'll take a brief intermission. Do you all remember this Ship or Die Accelerate Solana event 2025 that took place just 11 days ago? Interestingly enough, at the same exact time that this comment from Hester Pierce came, well, we have Cindy Lowe from Drift Institution. We have Christine Moy from Apollo sitting on stage, and we have the head of institutional DeFi at Securitize all announcing institutional looping strategies taking place for the first time ever in history, where institutions can earn an upwards of 17% yield on their digital asset looping strategies. Take a second and listen.
Thank you so much, Nick, for also being the one bringing all of us here together. It's been a pleasure working with the both of you on bringing ACRET to Solana for the first time.
Absolutely.
So today is actually a very historic moment. Today is the day that Apollo's flagship credit fund is now live and tokenized on Solana via Securitize. So it's the first time ever that an asset like private credit has been publicly available on a permissionless blockchain. And we're also very excited, as the founder of Drift, to announce that we have launched a leverage strategy that boosts private credit yield from 9% to up to 17%.
So you heard it right there. This was posted 11 days ago. It is a historical moment in time. Institutions can now earn 17% in DeFi yield-bearing strategies. This is massive, right? Heading back over here to finish up this piece from Figment in the conclusion, it says, Commissioner Pierce remarks signal a turning point. Staking, when done in a technical, non-custodial capacity, is not a securities activity. And institutions now have a public signal of support from the SEC's own crypto task force to participate in staking activities. It says, we will continue to support our partners in navigating this evolving regulatory landscape, and we're here to help institutions launch secure, compliant staking operations with confidence. This just goes to prove my previous points and all of the video breakdowns that we've made up to this very moment, that institutions are going to be interested in earning yield on their digital assets, and this will happen with or without you, which is why we suggest here at CYPRX you take your education serious. If you have no idea what staking is, if you have no idea how to be a liquidity provider, if you have no idea that your digital assets can be generating you passive rewards in some way, shape, or form, then go and educate yourself. You do not need to risk your hard-earned crypto to learn. Go tap in with the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club. Go through our DeFi University that literally has over like 75 to 100 video breakdowns of privately and exclusively made content showing you all in detail, step by step, how we are earning yield on our digital assets. And if a mentorship program is not for you all, then tap into the free resources that we provide. The YouTube, the X profiles, where we're just constantly dropping updated documents showing you guys that all of this is happening at a very rapid pace. I encourage you all to get out of the hodl mindset, and that one day you're going to sell for fiat currency, and instead start thinking of how you can turn your assets that are sitting dormant in your cold storage wallets into yield generating assets that make you passive income. On Thursday, May 29th, to wrap this up, Figment posted, the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance released a long-awaited guidance on protocol staking activities. This is the first definitive public statement from the Commission directly addressing whether common protocol staking practices constitute securities offerings under U.S. federal securities laws. The key takeaway is they do not. Right? That is massive. This is a major milestone for the proof of stake ecosystem. The SEC confirmed that protocol staking, when performed by node operators, third-party providers, or custodians, does not involve the offer or sale of securities. That clarity applies across solo staking, where the asset owner runs their own validator, self-custodial staking with a third-party operator such as Figment, and custodial staking, where a custodian facilitates staking on behalf of a customer. The SEC's memo also provided one of the clearest, most technically sound explanations of protocol staking to date, covering the mechanics of validator selection, the nature of staking rewards, and the role of staking in network security. So moving forward, anybody on Twitter, anybody on YouTube, anybody that's out there just yapping and trying to pump fear, uncertainty, and doubt into the hearts and minds of people that DeFi is not going to be regulated, that it's not going to be secure, and that it's not going to be a part of this digital transformation is 110% steering you guys in the wrong direction. They're delusional. And if you pay attention to that outdated information, you risk falling behind, because I've now shown you guys physical proof, not only that all the things that we have shown you all here at CYPRX are materializing and coming into fruition at a rapid pace, but that this is happening for the first time ever. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to wake up. It is time to shift the mindset. There is a movement happening, and I hope that you take it upon yourself to be a part of it, because there are massive opportunities to be unlocked. As always, many blessings to you guys. If you all enjoyed this video breakdown, do me a favor. It goes a very long way when you smash that thumbs up button. And if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, we're constantly posting updated material, then subscribe to the platform. We do appreciate the love and the support. And if you guys want a further, more detailed analysis on how we are earning yield on our digital assets, you all want to participate and learn in those strategies as well with us, then tap into the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club. We'd love to have you on the team. There is a massive transformation taking place, and we here at CYPRX are at the forefront of that transformative wave. With that being said, many blessings to you guys. I will see you all in the next video breakdown.